said Cox did an unbelievable job of leaving the team through such a challenging moment and into this season opener with the Saints winning that opening face-off. It was Logan Banek getting it done for the Saints to win that opening possession. Quick job by the wings for the Terriers, crashing down as Peyton Forte comes inside the middle and earns that possession. But
the loss to the Syracuse Orange just a few days ago.
Rooney, a guy who's a freshman, came in, did a fantastic job of winning his matchups, but dealt with some injuries over the course of that first year. He was geared up and ready to go here in 2026. Bit of a different feel on offense, though. More on that in a moment as Donald Varner splits a pair. He's in and scores! 2 in a row for the Terriers. The rope unit getting it done. PU strikes twice in the span of just about 10 seconds. How about going through 2 defenders? Make it a third. Clear the path. Runway's open for Donnie. And it was a face-off group that really took the better part of that first quarter a week ago against Syracuse, also one of the best units in the country here. For Madden Murphy and company to really get rolling in that, but already showing his prominence here when in possession after possession for BU. Murphy looks going to be on him to really be an initiator, something that he's starting to get more comfortable with. Hasn't always been his bread and butter, but if he can start winning those matchups, given a short stick on him every single time down, he will be a dangerous player for this Terrier offense. It's only the second time that throw it down to her. Don't throw. Okay, thanks. And immediately to start, out of the timeout, a violation called on the Saints face-off unit. So another possession, immediate streaking down the field ahead of the pack. Davis and Charlie Huntley, the lead short stick defensive midfielders for a unit for the Terriers, along with Donald Varner in at LSM. That's a force to be reckoned with game in and game out. Banek and Murphy fighting at the dot. Finally, a whistle called against Siena and Banek to open the year against the Orange. This time room. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And another face-off win for Murphy and company. And they'll go all the way back through Connor Phillips. Another guy we hadn't had to say much between the pipes today for the Terriers. He was under heavy fire a week ago at Syracuse.
And goals from their game last week against Syracuse. They lost 13-6 now, and now they're already up 7-0 here in quarter number 1 over a very strong Siena Saints team.
Banek finally gets the best of Murphy. He'll win one back for the Saints. But I mean, you said it, Jordan, this offense has been something else for BU, and we're going to see him again here because of a turnover right in the middle of the field. Another one. Eyes in transition. You should have seen the entire sideline of the Terriers jump into the sky in support of their starting long pole. How about it? Murphy, once again, who's been dominant at the X to start. So as we get set once again, face-offs also going the way of the Terriers. Madden Murphy been having his way against the Rookie of the Year in the Metro from a season ago. As Banek was unbelievable and coming in as a sophomore as well. They felt like he was a little bit banged up at the end of last year because he was try it a number of times a week ago. BU had the answer, so trying to do it in the middle of the field. But he said backpedaling will just ruin our chances at breaking it. And that's what they had to do after Linton ran into a wall. Immediately off the face-off, free again into the clear. Everything's working for the Terriers. Forte's got 2 in a row.
2 goals, just a minute and 16 into the second quarter. After an 8-goal onslaught in the first quarter, the Terriers come back right in the second and carry over to the offense of what they had in that first quarter.
So make it 3 points already. And getting up to the tie the team lead for Peyton Forte. 2 goals for him to go along with Shanahan's duo as well. And now into double digits go the Terriers. And a different look at the face-off dot. Daine Kostes taking that one from that category. So an unbelievable defender in his own right. Just a better move by Burns to get up there. Murphy versus Banek once again. Ground ball pulled out by Valenza. And crashing over comes Ryan Wilson. The background as he goes airborne. Huffnagel spent his freshman and sophomore years at Hofstra. Huge leader for this group for the Saints. A bit of a more quiet role as a flag flies. And this should be against the Terriers. It will be. So
Home crowd here at Nickerson Field.
Winning your matchup, drawing a slide. And that's what Shanahan did. And on the quick curl around with that left hand, he saw Forte wide open coming around, gave it to him. Forte, somebody plays super unselfish. So he loves to open up lanes for other players, and they still got that win a season ago. 9-7 was the final. Talked about the run that the Terriers put on to start. 5-0 to begin. Then slowly but surely, Siena made it a ball game. It was 8-7 with under a minute to go. Defense created a big turnover for BU that led to the sealer with about 20 seconds. Such an impressive nod for Shanahan to get to play with that Team USA U20 squad. And he held his own. Big part of that group that came home with a medal. Coming into the year, the main focus was just getting that chemistry going with a couple new faces. Mentioned the new offensive coordinator as well. 14 here in the opening half for the Terriers. One free by the Saints. It was Kuprianchik who...
The grounds crew's done some more work during that halftime break. They did a little loop around each cage, kind of cleared off the snow that was in the center, as you guys can now see on your screen. I mean, I don't know if we were expecting this much snow today, but it's starting to look like a snow globe here at Nickerson Field.
Another violation against the Saints.
This is not what you wanted for the Saints to go down a man just 4 seconds into the half, because that allowed the Terriers even more room on the field than what they've already been working with. And they're going to bury one into the back, remaining on the man up. The Terriers, no sign of giving up.
Well, Matthew Stafford won NFL MVP within the last 48 hours. And his staple in terms of on-field play the last few years has been the no-look pass. And Shanahan just did his best impression of that. He looked off the entire Saints defense and bounces it home. In the middle of the snow, we've also changed over to the orange ball. Makes it a little bit more optic, easier for everybody to see and track, especially for the goalies in net. So the main reason for that change is Core skip pass up to Shanahan as they'll slow things down, and he'll dummy dodge. And the rest, thanks to Radomski. So 2 goals for Radomski on the afternoon. And the rest thanks to Radomski. So 2 goals for Radomski on the afternoon. Banek back out for the Saints. It'll be Mike Ramirez, the freshman from Oak Ridge, New Jersey. And to take a draw here for the Terriers, up by 15, and he wins it. How about it? Mike Ramirez earns his up the scoring. Holy Cross also in action today, taking on Hofstra. Currently up 9-8. Good showing for the Patriot League. Bucknell, and a tough one against the Bonnies, as the Terriers win another face-off and immediately come down on DeBellis, who makes a big save. After that with Dartmouth as well, also currently receiving Volts. So not an easy schedule, but for the reigning MAC champs, you'd expect for them to be able to bounce right back from something like this. Reached the NCAA tournament for the first time in 11 years a season ago. Senior year of high school, that's just ridiculous numbers, but his biggest strength, Coach Cox says, is when he gets in that transition, flying down the field. He knows when to shoot, when to pull it back to be able to do the best for his offense.
Points, he's now at 11 with his 5 goals and 6 assists. He also got the 9, well, it was 9 points as a career high, as well as on March 8th against Bucknell last season. Another different goal scorers now for the Terriers here in their home opener to go with their 21 goals.
Well, a season ago against the Saints, Garofalo made just his 3rd career appearance for BU at that point in a Terriers uniform. He came over from Franklin and Marshall. He scored 58 goals his freshman year with them before looks to be an home opening win. Tough sledding over the next 2 pair of Ivy League opponents in Dartmouth and Yale. Both receiving votes in the latest polls. And then a matchup with Navy that, even if the midshipmen haven't won a props, he's been a stalwart of this program. So much commitment every single day, freshman to senior year. And it finally gets to pay off for him. And deservedly so. All of the Terriers in the background. Played high school football as the quarterback. He's also his wrestling team MVP back at Akron Central High School. So he's somebody the Saints will lean on heavily here in 2026. Face-off win for Banek, and he took a slash from behind. Chance to add a line in the record books for the Terriers. And the beautiful part is their offense still working without anybody from the starting lineup, any of their main contributors. So just getting some new faces in there and still finding a way to connect on that end of the field. Points with 53. Again, missed those 5 games last year. Just knocked off his rhythm, but he's back to it. He's healthy. Here's the type of athlete that Caden Olmstead is too. He played 1 year of high school football, and Shinego Forks started at cornerback, helped the team win a state championship. Just ridiculous.